Did you know the cost of life-saving medications in the US is high, unpredictable, and unfair? A diabetic patient may pay over $100 for insulin, while the same vial costs under $12 in Canada. One person might pay $10 for a drug, while another is charged $200 for the same medication. How is this possible? The answer lies in a tangled web of secret negotiations between pharmaceutical companies, wholesalers, pharmacy benefit managers known as PBMs, and insurance companies. These middlemen manipulate drug prices, often making essential medications unaffordable without patients even realizing it. This isn't just an economic issue, it's a moral crisis. Americans pay significantly more for medications than people in other developed nations, often forcing them to choose between their health and other essential needs. Medical debt is a significant contributor to personal bankruptcies in the United States, accounting for approximately 66.5% of cases. In contrast, such instances are rare in other developed nations. A 2019 study reported that only about 2.8% of citizens in countries like the United Kingdom, Sweden, France, Germany, and Japan faced challenges with high medical bills, compared to 16.6% of Americans. This disparity underscores the unique financial burden of healthcare costs on Americans. In this video, you'll learn why drug prices are so high in the US, who's profiting from the system, why two people can pay vastly different prices for the same medication, and what we can do to fix this broken system. Let's start by exploring why drugs are so expensive. First, the high cost of drug development. Pharmaceutical companies justify high prices by pointing to the immense cost of developing new drugs. Research and development can take 10 to 15 years per drug, and 90% of clinical trials fail, meaning most research investments don't lead to an approved product. A single drug can cost between $1 billion to $2.6 billion to bring to market. But that's just the beginning. Second, new drugs get 20-year patents, but because much of this time is spent on development, companies often get 7 to 12 years of exclusive sales before generic competitors emerge. Some companies extend patents through minor modifications, a tactic known as evergreening. Third, countries like Canada and the UK negotiate drug prices directly with manufacturers. The US, however, relies on private insurers, meaning there's no central authority controlling costs. As a result, the US faces price gouging. A drug that costs $500 in the US may cost only $100 in Canada and $10 in India. The supply chain begins with manufacturers who produce prescription drugs and sell them to wholesalers, who then distribute them to pharmacies, hospitals, and healthcare providers. Finally, PBMs manage prescription drug benefits for insurers, negotiate prices with manufacturers and pharmacies, and facilitate reimbursement to pharmacies. You may ask why pharmaceutical companies don't sell directly to pharmacies. They rely on wholesalers like McKesson, AmerisourceBergen, and Cardinal Health for efficient distribution, inventory management, and market reach. These wholesalers earn money by taking a margin on the price of drugs they distribute, which adds significant costs to the final price. Another key player in the chain is the pharmacy benefit manager, PBM. Pharmaceutical companies don't set the final price at the pharmacy counter. PBMs influence pricing through negotiations. They secure rebates from drug manufacturers and determine which drugs are covered by insurance plans. Even if a pharmaceutical company lowers its list prices, PBMs may still favor higher-priced drugs that offer larger rebates, which can ultimately affect the cost to consumers. It's worth noting that some PBMs, such as CVS Caremark and Express Scripts, have affiliations with major pharmacy chains, including mail-order pharmacies. This can create a potential conflict of interest as PBMs control both drug pricing and distribution, which may lead to decisions that prioritize their financial interests over those of consumers or healthcare providers. Insurance formularies can also manipulate pricing. Policies like step therapy force patients to fail on cheaper drugs before approving more expensive treatments. Non-medical switching even forces stable patients onto new medications to save costs. Why do two people pay different prices for the same drug? The answer lies in the complex pricing system of prescription drugs. influenced by factors such as insurance coverage, tiered pricing, formulary restrictions, and negotiated discounts. 1. Different insurance plans have varying co-pays, deductibles, and formularies affecting how much a person pays for a drug. Some may have a low copay due to a generous plan, while others with a high deductible might pay the full price until their deductible is met. 2. PBMs negotiate prices with drug manufacturers, insurers, and pharmacies, which can result in different prices for the same drug based on the specific deals in place. 3. Insurance companies categorize drugs into tiers, with lower-tier drugs being more affordable and higher-tier drugs, often brand name, costing significantly more. Some plans may not cover certain medications at all, requiring patients to pay out of pocket for non-covered drugs. 4. Uninsured individuals typically pay the full list price for a drug unless they use discount cards, pharmacy savings programs, or patient assistance programs. Thus, two people can pay different prices for the same drug based on their insurance plan, the pharmacy they use, and the discounts or rebates negotiated by PBMs. While addressing the complexities between manufacturers, wholesalers, and PBMs, here are some tips to help lower your prescription costs. 1. Programs like GoodRx, Single Care, and RX Saver offer discounts. Copay assistance may be available from manufacturers. 2. Generics and biosimilars cost 80 to 85% less than brand-name drugs. Ask your doctor about alternatives. 3. Prices vary by location. Compare costs at big box stores, local pharmacies, and online. Warehouse clubs like Costco often have lower prices. 4. Manufacturers offer free or discounted meds based on income eligibility. 5. Some plans and PBMs offer discounts for 90-day supplies. 6. Available for seniors, low-income individuals, and those with chronic conditions. 7. Medicaid offers low-cost or free prescriptions for eligible low-income patients. Who is the true villain in drug pricing? Who's to blame? Is it the pharmaceutical companies that set list prices and fund research and development? Are they inflating prices too much? Or is it the wholesalers who mark up drug prices? Are they essential players or just middlemen? Or are the PBMs who control pricing but use tactics that lack transparency the real culprits? Who is truly profiting from high drug prices? It's time to hold these hidden players accountable. The solution lies in transparency, regulation, and fair pricing policies. Together we can fix this broken system. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest developments in healthcare and pharma.